You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here with floral designer Steven, who's ready to show us how to create a beautiful festive holiday centerpiece. Perfect for adding some holiday cheer to your table. All right, Steven, I think the centerpiece is kind of the main event.
I mean, they don't call it centerpiece for nothing, right? So, it is, you know, it does go in the center, and a lot of times people like to have that out prior to the event. And with that happening, you know, early in the season, we like to get started. So this is what we've done here is we've done a container with a fresh container inside of it.
Okay.
And basically, this is just a low, shallow container that we had at the shop and that we filled with foam first.
Okay.
And then we wedged a terracotta pot in there so that, yes, you can pull that right out there and see. Basically, that will house our fresh part that we put in there. That's no big deal. We'll just do that.
Here, let me show them that. Check that out, folks at home. Okay, so again, if you've got a favorite vessel at home and you want to turn this into a holiday centerpiece, what Steven is showing you is to kind of fill, if it's, you know, kind of a deeper, wide rimmed vessel. What he's done is kind of fill it with some foam to keep everything kind of nice and tight in here. And then, of course, he just dropped in a terracotta pot because guess what? I think something's going in there.
And we've lined this pot with that was because it will hold water later. And we can show that's just a plastic liner in there.
Okay.
This particular foam, get a little nerdy for about 2 seconds. This is for dry insertions. This is not for live. There is a difference.
Okay.
So right now, because we're starting out with faux, we've kind of done the dry foam first, and that just kind of keeps everything in place. And then I literally just took a section of a faux garland and just kind of wrapped it and pinned it in there very easily, and then just spread it out kind of flat.
Okay.
And then we've noticed a really popular trend these days is kind of what we call town and country, or using the orange slices and or cloved oranges and things like that along with natural elements. So we're just going to incorporate this, and this is just one pick that we have available, or you can find or mix a couple together. And we've literally just going to put that in there with it and just lay this right into the mix to give it some color.
Oh, that is
style. It's actually
so gorgeous
and
rich.
Easy, and it's not overly hard. A lot of times floral design is intimidating because of the insertions, and when you do floral design, insertions are to be deliberate and they're on purpose.
Well, here's
so
the
this
other
makes
thing.
it easy.
Steven, you just did one with these kind of fruits on there. So again, if you're kind of budget conscious,
absolutely.
I mean, look at the impact you've got going.
And this, of course, being layer one, this can live, you know, in your kitchen, on your table as it is, kind of that way for now. We also have a couple just gilded fruit ornaments that you can, if you opt for things a little dressier, these can also be nestled in.
Do I opt for things that are dressier? If it doesn't have gold on it, I don't want it.
Well, in a velvet jumpsuit, I would assume that's what you would wear and what you say. So, but those can be tucked in very easily and really to your liking. If gilded pomegranates are not your thing, something else can be done. Red apples or a pear or things along those lines too.
Yeah.
We will embellish the whole thing with a bow, and we'll show you that here in a second. But when the season progresses a little bit further and you're ready to start getting paper whites and things, which come after Thanksgiving, a little closer to the holiday.
What comes?
This is paper whites.
Paper whites. What is that?
It's a narcissus. They're like miniature daffodils. They're white.
Oh.
Some people love the smell, some people don't. I love the way they look, but that's all that matters.
Okay, so it's a kind of plant.
So, and they are forced by bulb. Some people do them individually. We actually get them started, and then you literally will just drop this guy in. So now your arrangement has another layer that will continue to grow. And then you can get some preserved sheet moss, and literally this just gets soaked. And this is what you will come in now and give that cover up your mechanics or cover in.
So folks at home, I will tell you, I mean, I'm not nearly as professional and sophisticated as Steven is here, but I will tell you, I have a hard rule about moss. I believe that if you buy a fresh floral plant or what have you, you have got to add this as a topper.
I agree completely.
I'm a big believer in that. I think that is such a beautiful way to finish and cover up all that dirt.
And this stuff is fumigated to kill any kind of small bugs and things, and then it's rehydrated, and you will get, that's where you get that fresh green color, where it kind of comes back to life. And you can go as heavy if you want. With this particular look, the terracotta doesn't really bother me because of the colors that are in this.
Oh, I see. All right, I was covering up the terracotta.
And you can, that's preference.
Beautiful.
If it was a plastic pot, I would probably cover, but the terracotta to me, I don't mind it. And then literally the crowning touch is just going to be a small little checkered bow, and that can be brought in there just to give you kind of that finish out. And this can go right into the dirt that's there, and that just gives you a little bit of that color, and that's just right in there, and that can be whatever you're liking. So now you have a town and country style bouquet.
Okay.
And if you're extra, which the
Wait, hold on. Let me, before we jump ahead to the next part, I want to show, again, because I was pretty specific about this moss. Folks at home, if this is something new to you, look at how beautiful this is. You've got kind of a mix of colors here. Stephen, when you buy this, is it usually dry, like in a bag?
It comes, of course, on the wholesale level, we buy it in large cases, but yes, it's dried and fumigated, and then basically, when you hydrate it with water, it comes a little bit more, comes back to life. So yeah.
Yeah. Again, beautiful.
And you can buy that at your hobby stores and things. And the key is to rehydrate it. Some people just don't, but that makes it a lot prettier.
Yeah.
And then if you're wanting to be a little bit more festive, I did bring a pack of just simple little fairy lights or little battery pack lights.
Okay.
And they're on a silver cord. And this is just an option if you like it to be, whatever.
What
Go
is
ahead.
This? I've never seen
These
this.
are a little battery pack. Go ahead and turn them on. Hit the button right there on the front. And they're basically just a small little light. And you can take these and you can wrap them in to the greenery to give you a little bit more centerpiece vibe. And this, because the mechanic is metallic, you don't have to hide the cord on these. You can literally come in and it can just float across, and it just gives you a nice little element. And what's nice about these is there's lots of settings on those lights, so you don't have to blink. It can steady burn, it can chase, it can do all kinds of things, And these are just a little Amazon purchase.
What?
So these are simple, and they look, I think it's on combination right now, so it's doing all kinds of fun things. But
Stephen, how have I not had these? And shame on me.
I don't know.
These have to be in.
I mean, in everything, and they can go in everything.
Everything.
And they're not gonna hurt anything. They can if they get a little moisture on them when you water your paper whites, that's no big deal. And you can go as heavy or as light as you want to. Those can be unraveled and just
Help me.
Yeah.
I need a designer.
Help.
I'm
I feel
stuck and I can't get enough.
I feel so valid right now. I really do.
I mean, this is a new product for me. I want to be able to use it properly.
We use these a lot of times in wedding design just because they're small. We use them in overhead pieces, just different things here and there, but mainly for Christmas.
Tell me a little bit about
no
your business,
cord.
Stephen.
It's just
because this
batteries.
you're just not a one-trick pony here. What else?
No,
what else are you up
two.
to?
The other trick is weddings.
Weddings. Okay.
And we've been in business now for about 25 years, and we've been servicing brides here in this area, and have been blessed to use and be at all the venues here. And we do everything from a boutonniere and a bouquet all the way up to grand galas. We were fortunate to be a part of the most recent inauguration. So we do big, we do small, we do everything in between. We build relationships. We stay in people's lives and we get them married. We do all the things in between. We help them with their baby showers and all that stuff, and anything floral, any kind of celebration.
What kind of trends are you seeing?
Kind of about the centerpiece.
In weddings,
trends. Let's
particular.
see. Bud vases are a thing. And when you are working with trends, you see a lot of things, and they get used by a lot of people. So bud vases, we're seeing a lot. Like, we'll do hundreds of bud vases at a wedding. So it's not a little trend, it's a big trend, and with lots of pieces.
Are those the takeaway for the guests, too?
They're not. They're
okay.
usually just something that gets recycled or donated, or however that works, and then the rentals go back.
Okay.
Color, we're seeing color again. Like, Blush and Bashful, made popular by our all-favorite movie there. We are seeing a lot of whites and pinks and stuff, but then when we get brides that do color, we get excited.
Yeah.
And we're seeing more of that coming on the horizon too, so that's fun.
That's it. Red and purple. Yeah. Those are my favorite floral.
They a lot of energy and a lot of strength in those colors. For
Very
sure.
regal, I think.
Yes. Let's go with that.
I fancy myself a princess.
That's okay. We can go with that.
Well, Stephen, great to meet you. Thank you for teaching me this.
Yeah,
I'm going to give it a try.
Anytime.
All right, terrific. Well, a big thank you, of course, to Stephen for sharing his tips. This will no doubt be a standout piece in your home. For more stunning floral designs, be sure to visit TeneraLuxFloral.com. Now, still ahead, Keith Gauthier from Highland Dairy is here with Heidi the cow to share how their delicious products can make your holiday meals extra special. Don't miss it. You're watching Arkansas Style.